Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another video from JP Tech. In this video, I'm going to build a brand new computer for a family member who's never really enjoyed a good gaming system in their life. So this is going to be a very exciting build. I think especially for this person, this build is going to be a phenomenal build. It has to meet a tight budget. I'm actually helping, since it's for a family member, I'm actually helping the budget out a little bit more because some of these parts I already had, and I'm gonna let them go for like a very good deal. But I'm gonna share what it would cost anybody else to go ahead and just order these parts off of your favorite website, whether it's Newegg or Amazon or whatever it is you prefer to use. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover now the parts that are gonna go into this, and this is probably gonna be a multi-part video. But let's go ahead and take a look. I'm using my old S340 Elite case here that I took really good care of. This is going to go to the family member build. I already have two of these fans right here in this case. I should say it's not a system anymore. And these are the Master Fan Pro 120s. They're capable with a lot of different RGB systems, which is really cool. So I'm going to sync those in with Aura Sync for this particular build. What we have here, this is a part that I ordered brand new. This is a Ryzen 5 2600. That is one of only a few parts that I actually had to order. I had a lot of these already on hand, so that was how I was able to help this situation out quite a bit. So right here we have the Samsung A50 Evo 500 gig SATA drive. This is a really good solid state drive. One I already had around, so again, letting it go super cheap. I'll have the new price in the whole build description for this. But here, this is another card that I had on hand from some of my testing. All this I did in fact buy, none of it was given to me. This is the card we'll be using in this build though. This is the Power Color Red Dragon RX580, and this is the 8GB model. So there's that in there. We'll go ahead and we'll cover what that looks like a little bit more when we go a little further with this build. So we'll set this aside. We had to save some money on a power supply, so we went with the Thermaltake Smart Series 500 watt. It's nothing special, it's just an 80 plus white. It's got a 5-year warranty. Yeah, to get the job done. This is only about a I think it was like a $35 power supply. So not a bad choice for a build like this where you gotta save some money somewhere. Generally I like to spend a little bit more money on my power supplies, and these systems had higher budgets, but my Intel and Ryzen systems both have 850 watt C-Sonics in them, but they're also usually running overclocks and higher end hardware, so this power supply will get the job done. And this is the X370F Asus motherboard. I got this motherboard when I originally tried out the Ryzen 1700. I sold the Ryzen 1700 to a friend, so now I have a 2700X. And in my overclocking memory testing, I switched from this board to an X470 Hero by Asus as well, just to see if there was going to be any difference in memory performance, and there really wasn't. So this is a good value board. If you can find a board like this X370 for a good price, I recommend getting it if you're looking into building a Ryzen system now. As you can see, this is an X370 and I'm using it with the 2600, but it's perfectly compatible, so there's no issues there. This board I actually have a pretty recent BIOS on it as well, so it's already ready for the 2000 series. That's one thing you might have to watch out for. If you're buying used, might not be an issue if they updated it, but if this has like the original BIOS from when they shipped the X370, you're not going to be able to just put a 2000 series Ryzen processor on it. You're going to need some kind of previous gen, first gen Ryzen to get this board set up right. Alright guys, I almost forgot. Here, some dust on them. Here is the G-Skill Tridents. This is 3200 CAS 16 1818. It's the Hynix module, 3200 memory, RGB This is pretty good stuff. Again, this is memory I already had around. I have another set of this without RGB, so I'm gonna let the RGB ones go in this system because I really think the family member that the system's going to is really gonna appreciate all the RGB lighting in it. I think they're gonna have fun with that. So that about does it for all the build parts. So again, we're looking at a Ryzen 2600 system with an RX580, X370 Strix motherboard, 500 watt Thermaltake power supply, and we're gonna build it in this S340 Elite case. I just got to do a little bit of cleaning on it because there's just some remaining dust left from when the system was being used before. Yeah, and last but not least, again, we're using the Trident's RGB 3200 memory. It's nothing special. This memory is usually pretty affordable right now. And I think if you're not trying to extract the very most out of Ryzen, I think that this memory is a good place to be. Alright guys, this about wraps up this video. I just wanted to go ahead and share the system I was going to be building this week with you guys. This kind of took priority over some of the other things I had planned for the channel because of the deadline I have to build this system. But it is something that I thought would be nice for the channel. I think it represents a solid mid-range system, not necessarily the cheapest, but good value and quality for the price point. You know, and I want to cover some things while we build this system. If you guys want to see me test anything in particular, go ahead and put that information in the comments for me, and I'll be sure to read through and see if there's anything that you guys want to see that I can accommodate. If you like this video and you like this PC building vlog kind of thing, give me a like. If you want to see more from JP Tech, hit subscribe, and until those next videos, I'll see you guys around.